Rifleman 2.0 with guns in his pants. It's raining.
So, yeah, the rain sucks, and you gotta protect your guns as you're running out of the rain. So, anyway, today we're gonna be talking about the Garand action. Alright, so today we're gonna be going over the Garand action, alright, and how it kind of evolved through the last 70 years. So everybody knows the old World War II M1 Garand that actually started birth back in the 30s by John Garand, who used to work over at the Springfield Armory factory, which is now known as Springfield Armory, but it was just originally the Springfield Armory before they closed their doors. So as time went on, they moved and they evolved from the original M1 Garand that was fed from stripper clips to box magazine fed M14s. Now this is a loaded up M1A, okay, so it's obviously not the same as an original Woodstock M14, but it's the same basic concept. You're still going to have the original M1 or the original Garand action on there, just been modified to accept a box magazine. And this one is going to be in .308 versus .30-06. And then as you move further up, we got a Ruger Ranch Rifle or a Ruger Mini 14, and this is in .223. Okay, same basic thing. It's got the Garand action on there, as you can see, and it's basically the same thing as an M14 carbine, but it's just a scaled down smaller rifle with the smaller rounds on it. So years later, after Korea, the M14 was built, okay, and they use it the beginning part of Vietnam. So the same basic Garand action, okay, same thing with the gas piston going through there, right? Same action, same operating rod right there, but with the .308 NATO, okay, or a 7.65-1 NATO, whatever you want to call it. So, and this was fed from a 20-round box magazine. You basically got the same rifle, just with a few technological advances on there. And it's got a shorter action, or the shorter round on there with the .308, so you got a shorter action on there. Okay, but you're still going to have plenty of punch coming out of there. Okay, and you could rapidly fire off 20 rounds of these suckers, and without any clanging sound, you can just switch out your magazines if you wanted to. Also, you didn't have to worry about the notorious Garand gun. Alright, so the big question is, why did they change from the all-powerful .30-06 to the .308? Well, because you're getting similar to higher gas pressures coming out of the .308, okay? They're cheaper to produce, less brass. These are obviously not brass, but you get the point. Less brass, and they still get the same amount of accuracy out of them, okay? Now, you're getting a hell of a lot of power out of both of these. The .30-06, that's a puncher, okay? But these actually kick you a little bit less, okay, because technology and whatnot. For your reloaders, I know you're going to be screaming about that. Anyway, so years after the war, NATO was formed, and they wanted to conform to NATO standards. So then here you have the .308. NATO runs the 7.65-1 .308 NATO. Okay, so that did away with basically .30-06 because all the NATO nations wanted to have the same round going. And it's basically the same thing you'll have with 5.56 or 2.23. Okay, it's a NATO round again, and that's why you'll see it in today's military. Well, all right, so now we'll give it a shot with the M1A. So, an improvement in technology. Rock it in just like an AK. You'll set in, slingshot. Oh, that was a good one. Hold over action. Hold open action. Then, notice there was no sound to it. No clang. Nothing to let the Germans or the Japanese know what was going on. You just rip the magazine out. slap another one in, and you send it home. Oh, if I can get it to work. There we go. That easy.